Alright, good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a series review which we haven't done in a little while. So yeah, let's begin. Of course, spoiler warning. And this review is going to be on Netflix's new series which just came out this month titled Record of Ragnarok. It's an anime series, as you could see here, or as the Japanese name for it is called, it's Shimotsuku or Shimotsu no Valkyrie. Different names depending, but same thing. So I'll give a gist of what it is, avoiding spoilers, and then I'll warn when I get into the spoilers. So let us begin. Firstly, as you could see from this main picture here, these are the main persons in this first season battling it out. And essentially this series is about gods and humans. Basically, human race has been alive for how many ever years, and now after so many years the gods are fed up of humans destroying themselves and the world, and they want to get rid of them, and they hold a vote now, and this vote is to figure out if to destroy them or not. But during this vote, a Valkyrie, as the Japanese name says, a Valkyrie comes up and kind of points out in the gods' rules that there is something called Ragnarok, where humans could fight for free will and to not be destroyed. And this leads into the whole series, which is humans versus gods, essentially. And in this series, the gods have a pantheon, and it's not just one pantheon of gods where, let's just say like Greek, it's all the different gods from across the world here. So that is pretty cool. So yeah, the series basically is Earth's 13 strongest fighters, as well as the Heaven's 13 strongest fighters come together in a one-on-one battle each, and the first to 7 wins secures the victory. Of course, if the gods win, they destroy humankind. If the humans win, they get 1,000 years extra. So I'll show you all a little bit of a list to show you the gods and the humans from across history that are involved in this battle, so you could see if you want to watch it. I'm avoiding spoilers for now. So this is Heaven's side, this is humanity's side, and these are the people that are going to fight, essentially. So yeah, again, let me finish this review and then I'll get into the spoilers after. The animation for some parts, yes, were pretty janky. They had some stills, I get the criticism. However, I actually enjoyed the show a lot, especially the fights and seeing the dynamics between humans and gods fighting. That was pretty dope to me. And as a kid, I would always say if I had to do a kind of anime, it would be something like this. So to me, it's pretty awesome. Also, if you want to pick up where the manga is, season 1 covers chapter 1 to 20 in the manga, so you could check it out if you want. But yeah, I think it's worth a watch. Give it a shot. I would give it like a 4 out of 5 if we take out the bad animation and stuff. The story isn't all that, of course, but I mean, we're here to see gods and humans throw hands, right? So yeah, all in all, good series. So yeah, this is where the spoiler free section ends, and I'm going to get into spoilers now. So again, spoiler warning. So let's begin the spoiler portion. So in the first battle, we have this long here. We see I'll show up a picture of both of their faces here. We see Thor versus Lu Bao. Thor, of course, being from the Norse pantheon, and Lu Bao being a great Chinese warrior. Here's a quick picture of them clashing. I'm avoiding much spoilers still, even though it's the spoiler part. I want you all to see the fight. But yeah, Lu Bao uses a halberd, Thor uses his big hammer, as we could see here, and they go head to head. Thor was seen as the strongest god here, as they say. I'm not sure if well, obviously I don't think he's the strongest, but they claimed he was. And this leads into Thor finally having a first fight that made him happy in a millennia, probably, with Lu Bao, and he gained respect for him. This first fight ended with the gods winning, of course, but Lu Bao managed to scatter and destroy his glove and make him awaken Mjolnir to use it to its strongest ability. So, or strongest form. So that was the first fight. Again, even though spoiler review, kind of want you all to see the action. So, first fight went to the gods. The second fight is an interesting one. The second one is they brought Adam from the Bible, Adam and Eve, Adam to fight Zeus. And this was an interesting battle. So, before we continue, you may be wondering, how can humans fight gods? And this is due to the Valkyries. The Valkyries have an ability where they turn into the human's weapon of choice, and that is how Lupa was able to injure Thor. It turned into his halberd because that is his weapon of choice. Of course, when the humans come to battle the gods, they come in their prime or strongest form, no matter what age they die at. So, just a little context there as to how humans could injure gods. So then we get Adam, the oldest human being, versus Zeus, one of the strongest gods. And Zeus is seen as a frail old man, but here he bulks up kind of like Hulk and muscular. And Adam is tiny, blonde, blue eyes, naked of course. But Adam chooses a weapon which is a brass knuckles or knuckle busters, basically one to fight Zeus. And this fight was very interesting. Here we could see again Zeus being bulked up and the size comparison between him and Adam. So Zeus and Adam fight, and Adam, being the first human ever created, has a special ability, and that is he was created in the image of gods. So he has a kind of eye ability where he can copy any moves the god uses. However, this isn't strong enough to actually win. Adam goes toe-to-toe with Zeus and almost beats him, but he dies due to him being a human. His body gave out. But it was a very close battle and one of the best battles so far in the series. So I really enjoyed this battle a lot, with Adam throwing hands, especially because he didn't use any weapons. Him and Zeus went straight out fisticuffs. So I enjoyed that. We then get the third and final battle in this season, which is Poseidon, as they call him, the Zeus of the ocean. Apparently Poseidon had an older brother in the series. There were 13 gods and he killed one. And a little backstory is Poseidon seems more menacing than Zeus here. And Poseidon's opponent is a samurai called the Greatest Loser. It's Kyojiro Sasaki, I believe. Or yeah, I think it's Kyojiro. But this leads to their final battle now for the season, and this battle is basically Kyojiro. After he died, he practiced training. Of course, he's the Greatest Loser, so when he loses a battle, his ability is his mental. Then he battles you in his mind over and over until he can beat you. So he uses this ability on Zeus, and initially he's losing. Of course, his weapon of choice is a long sword called a fishing pole. Zeus has his trident in this fight. So they go head to head, and Sasaki is basically coming up short. He's being overpowered, but he, in his mind, says even being the greatest loser in the world, he still wants to win one battle. And this pushes him, and he battles Poseidon some more. His sword breaks, but his Valkyrie has a special ability, so she turns into two swords. So he goes from Itoryu to Nitoryu, and he begins to fight harder because he wants this win. And he begins to overwhelm Zeus and Zeus of the ocean, but Poseidon. And we can see throughout this fight Poseidon's mental, what he thinks of humans and people and even the other gods. He sees them as a waste, I guess, but he proceeds to battle, and he's one-upped by Sasaki here, because with Sasaki finally lands a blow on him and starts cutting up his body. Poseidon gets serious, he attacks back, and again when Sasaki is about to lose, again he amps himself up and battle comes to a head. And first of all, Kyojiro cuts off Zeus' arm. I keep saying Zeus, but he cuts off Poseidon's arm. Poseidon grabs his other arm that is cut off with his next arm and crushes it and goes to stab Sasaki with the trident. However, Sasaki cuts off his other hand, and Zeus bites his trident to come in again. And this leads to Sasaki cutting Poseidon in half, basically, and securing humanity's first big victory. So, this is where all the fights for season 1 ends. 12 episodes. However, the last episode of the season ends setting up the next big fight, which is Jack the Ripper versus Hercules. So if you want to read ahead, the manga has about 50 chapters so far, so I don't think we'll be getting season 2 until maybe next year, but I enjoy the manga as well. This is a manga you should read as well. So yeah, it sets up Hercules versus Zeus. A little spoiler warning for the manga. We have Hercules versus Zeus next. Then after that, I believe we have Shiva versus Raiden, who's a sumo wrestler. So yeah, we have some big fights coming up that are pretty good. I would implore you to go give it a look. The bad animation at some points may get to you, but if you could power through, it's a good fight anime that you will enjoy. I could guarantee you that. So all in all, if we minus the bad animation, and I had to give an overall rating of this, I would say probably like a 7 out of 10. Or 3.5 out of 5. The story isn't much, but I mean, we're here to see hands fight, right? Who doesn't want to see Jack the Ripper versus Hercules, a demigod? Or Adam, the first man, versus Zeus? You know? Things like that. So it's pretty awesome. I'm interested to see Nikola Tesla fight, though. That is going to be an interesting one. But, all in all, hope you guys enjoyed this little review for Record of Ragnarok. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.